All right, let's jump right in. We're talking about that Broncos-Cowboys game, which, well, it was billed as a big one, but it turned into a complete dismantling. Denver just rolled over Dallas at home. Final score, 44-24.
Yeah, it really was. What you
Hmm.
saw there was basically a defining moment for both teams, just heading in opposite directions. For Denver, this was that game, the one that says, okay, yeah, we're legitimate. They're 6-2 now.
And that home winning streak continues, right? 9 games.
9 straight at home, longest in the league, and their 5th win overall. They're rolling. But then you look at the Cowboys, stuck at 3-4-1, still can't climb over that .500 mark. The gap we saw Sunday, it was, frankly, enormous.
So what we want to do here for you is really unpack how Denver put up those 44 points, especially focusing on the young guys, the rookies who just exploded. And then we absolutely have to dissect what went wrong, systemically wrong with that Cowboys defense. It got ugly.
Yeah, it did. And you have to start with Denver's offense. The youth movement there. Look at Bo Nix, the rookie QB. He was just incredibly efficient. Okay, 19 of 29, 247 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. 4 TDs.
4.
Yeah.
And what really stands out, I think, is how he bounced back. He threw that interception on the very first drive. Could have rattled a young guy,
Oh, easily.
but no. He just settled right back in, found his rhythm, and started carving up that Dallas secondary. He didn't let it linger at all.
And maybe the star of the show, offensively anyway, was R.J. Harvey, another rookie. Felt
Oh.
like he was everywhere.
He was. 3 touchdowns, 3 different ways. That's versatility right there.
Tell us about them. You got Denver on the board first, right?
Yep. Took a simple pitch from Nix. 40 yards later, touchdown. Just pure speed turning the corner. A real house call.
Wow.
And that kind of play, where a rookie makes something happen beyond just the X's and O's, that's special. But then, later, he scores from the 1-yard line on a direct snap. Just power football.
Little speed and power.
Exactly. And then, late in the game, almost like twisting the knife, he catches a 5-yard TD pass from Nix. Running back, short yardage guy, receiver. How do you defend that consistently? Dallas couldn't.
And it wasn't just Harvey for the rookies. Pat Bryant got involved, too.
Yeah, another first-year player. Caught his first career touchdown. Beautiful throw and catch, actually. 24 yards over the shoulder.
And that was a big one, timing-wise, wasn't it? Made it 27-10 just before halftime.
Huge. It felt like that score really cemented Denver's control going into the break. It wasn't just talent flashing. It was like coordinated execution using all these young weapons perfectly.
And the rookies made plays on D, too.
Jode Barron, defensive back, gets his first career pick, grabbing that pass from Dak Prescott right before the half.
Killer turnover.
Absolutely critical. Dallas is maybe trying to get some points, build some momentum. Nope. Interception. Any hope of shrinking that lead before halftime? Gone. Just slam the door shut.
Now, we got to give credit where it's due. It wasn't all rookies. The ground game was solid.
Oh, definitely. J.K. Dobbins was the workhorse. 111 yards and only on 15 carries. That's efficient running.
Over 7 yards a pop.
Yeah. And when you have that kind of balance, Dobbins running effectively, Nix throwing efficiently to all those young guys, the offense becomes almost unstoppable. I mean, think about it. After that opening interception, they scored on 7 of their next 8 drives.
It's just relentless pressure, incredible efficiency from the offense and, the coaching staff having them prepared.
Well, yeah. And let's be honest, the efficiency looks so high, partly because the defense they were facing just fell apart. If Denver's story is about rising stars and execution, the Cowboys story is the opposite. It's about complete defensive failure.
So when you look at it, what was the biggest reason for that 44-24 score? Because the numbers allowed by Dallas are just staggering.
It's got to be the defense, 100%. They just couldn't stop bleeding points. And the talk after the game, well, it was harsh, but probably fair.
Yeah.
Second time this year they've given up 40+.
And fifth time allowing 30 or more, right? Through 8 games.
Fifth time. That's not sustainable.
And you had former players, legends like Michael Irvin, saying really strong stuff, like this defense isn't fit to wear the helmet. That tells you it's bad.
When guys like Irvin say that publicly, yeah, it signals a deep problem. It's not just scheme. It's maybe effort, maybe culture, and the stats. They absolutely back up the anger.
What were the key stats?
Denver puts up 426 yards. Okay, fine.
Oh.
But they average 7.5 yards per play. That's moving the ball at will.
7.5 yards every snap. Wow.
And here's the killer detail, I think. The line play. Dallas generated 0 pressure. Bo Nix wasn't sacked once.
Not one sack against a team that's supposed to have pass rushers.
0. Yeah. Denver's offensive line owned the line of scrimmage, gave their rookie QB all day to throw. Dallas's pass rush completely neutralized. missing in action.
That 0 sack number, I mean, that's just devastating for a defense that wants to be considered good. And this loss, it wasn't just a one-off bad day, was it? There's some painful history here.
Oh, it connects to some long-term pain for Cowboys fans, for sure.
Yeah.
Allowing 250 points through 8 games. That's the third most in franchise history at this point, most since that awful 2020 season.
Okay, that's bad. But the Denver streak.
Yeah, the head-to-head thing is brutal. This makes it 8 straight losses for Dallas against Denver. 8 in a row.
And how far back does that streak go?
30 years. All the way back to 1995.
1995, you're kidding. So like Aikman, Emmett, Irvin, that era was the last time Dallas beat Denver.
That's the last time.
Yeah.
It's starting to feel less like a statistic and more like, I don't know, a mental block or something when that streak gets that long.
Okay, so why did this particular game spiral out of control? Let's look at the turning points. Because Dallas actually started with a huge opportunity.
They did. Right off the bat, first drive, Trinquise Bridges picks off Nix.
Yeah.
Great field position, gift wrapped.
Perfect start, drive down the field, get inside the 5.
Get to the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
And then, false start. Penalty pushes them back. Yeah. Drive stalls.
And they settle for a field goal, a little 24-yarder from Aubrey.
Exactly. Getting a turnover like that, deep in enemy territory, and only coming away with 3 points instead of 7, that just set a terrible tone. Felt like a missed opportunity right away.
And it really highlighted the difference in just execution, didn't it? Denver makes a mistake, recovers instantly. Dallas gets a gift, shoots themselves in the foot.
Yeah, clinical versus sloppy. And you saw that difference in the QB play, too. Prescott, well, 19 to 31, only 188 yards, and those 2 interceptions.
That pick right before halftime to Barron was just killer.
Absolutely momentum crushing. Took away any chance of making it a tighter game going into the locker room.
Now, Javonte Williams, playing against his old team, he did get into the end zone twice.
He did. 2 one-yard touchdown runs.
Mm-hmm.
Cut the lead to 14-10 at one point, and then 27-17 later. Gave him a glimmer of hope.
But here's the thing, right? Every single time Dallas scored and maybe got a little bit closer,
Denver answered immediately, punched right back with another score. Dallas just couldn't sustain any pressure, couldn't string together stops and scores. Denver always had the counterpunch.
And then injuries started to play a role, which always complicates things.
Yeah, Denver lost a big one. Pat Surtain II, their star corner, went out with a shoulder injury in the 3rd quarter. He'd already left briefly earlier with a leg thing, too. Yeah. Losing him is massive for that secondary.
And there were others, too.
Yeah, Cowboys safety Elijah Clark hurt his ribs. Broncos tight end Ade Adkins injured his knee. But the Surtain injury is the one you really notice.
But here's what's interesting about that, right? Star defender goes out for Denver. You'd think maybe Dallas could exploit that.
You'd think. But what happened on the very next drive after Surtain went out for good, Denver marches down the field again.
Didn't get a touchdown that time, though.
No. They got bogged down by a penalty, offensive pass interference, settled for a field goal, made it 30-17. But still, the point is, even with their best corner out, Denver's offense didn't skip a beat, and Dallas couldn't capitalize on the potential vulnerability.
That really speaks volumes, doesn't it? Denver's resilience versus, well, whatever was going on with Dallas.
Total dysfunction versus depth, and good coaching adjustments, really. A major injury should shift things, but Denver just kept control.
So wrapping this up, the big picture here seems pretty clear. Denver showed they have serious momentum. What was that stat? 77-37 scoring advantage over the last 5 quarters?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Just dominating lately.
Yeah.
Well, Dallas is just searching for answers amid widespread issues.
So Denver's looking solid at 6-2. Dallas is in trouble at 3-4-1. What's next for them?
Denver takes that win streak on the road. They head to Houston next Sunday to face the Texans. See if they can keep it rolling.
And Dallas. They desperately need a reset. They get the Arizona Cardinals at home, but it's on Monday night. Short week recovery, primetime pressure.
Yep. Big spotlight on them again.
Which leads us to that final thought for you, the listener. Okay, the Cowboys defense is giving up, on average, over 31 points a game, just hemorrhaging points. Now they face Arizona, who average closer to 22 points a game. So the question is, does playing a statistically weaker offense automatically fix Dallas's defensive issues? Or are the problems we saw against Denver so deep, so systemic that it doesn't matter who they play next? Is a fundamental overhaul needed regardless of the opponent? Something to chew on as you watch them try to save their season on Monday night.